people.
Okay, now we're recording.
Hello, people.
The fuck is going on? It says my encoder is overloaded. It is just a background. Okay, never mind. Like it's cool now, I guess.
Now it's good.
Now it's good.
Hello, people,
Hello.
and welcome to another episode
Episode.
of Convo Breaker. What are we talking about today?
You know,
The
war. Yeah.
The war in
The
Iraq.
proxy wars. The wait.
Typical American things, you know.
Typical. Blue-blooded patriot shit. I don't even know what that means, honestly.
Today we will be talking about. You want to talk about Dead or Alive?
A flurry of topics, but before we get started, I was telling you, I haven't told you this yet, and I was saving it for the podcast.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be very funny because Carlos laughed a lot about it. But
okay,
couple of nights ago, I go sleep, right? I go slump. my phone got, I normally leave like YouTube or whatever playing on my phone just because like white noise or whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm going to sleep. And then I wake up at around like 3-4 in the morning. And my phone, in the morning. And it's like, it's not, my phone's like still, sorry, my phone's like off, right? It's not making any noise anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. You were asleep. I was awake. When I woke up, the fucking phone was. Oh my god! You're not part of this fucking podcast.
You're not in this episode.
You're not in this episode. So as I was saying, I wake up. My phone's off at this point. And I turn it on. Right, I'm like, okay, like I'll just put something else on because if I wake up and there's nothing on, it's like hard for me to go back to sleep. So I'm like, I'll just put something on real quick.
That's a little weird.
It is a little weird. I don't know. I just can't. I can't do it. Whatever. Fuck out of here. If I leave my weird sleep like my sleep quirks alone, okay?
Oh, okay.
When it all goes down and there is no more internet or electricity and we're all in post-apocalyptic times, I'm gonna be suffering real bad.
You're gonna be up
just
all the time.
All the time. Just no rest mode. So yeah, I look at my phone. I just like fingerprint it, right? And it just goes straight into like the last screen it was on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the fucking hub, right? Like, just straight up on the hub. And I'm like, what? It's like, what the fuck? Why? And like, I'm like trying to piece it together. Like, I'm still kind of sleepy at this point. I'm like, did I like somehow, because I've done it before, like not that, but like, I'll end up on like other websites just because like the fucking ads, like you click on an ad and then it takes you to the ad, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, did I somehow go from an ad to the hub? Like, did I somehow do that?
Nah,
There's
not
no
possible.
way.
No.
There's no way. Not possible, right? But I'm still asleep at this point. I'm like, maybe? So I just start clicking like the back button, right? And it just keeps going. It's like kind of convincing me a little bit because it's just like page after page after page. And I'm like, yo, what
Jesus
the fuck?
Christ.
I was like, yeah, what the fuck? And then finally it gets to like the search, right? And I'm like, okay, no, this was searched in. And I look at the search and it says watch free porn. And I'm like, why the fuck would I type that? Like, or why would anyone type that? Like, that's stupid. Just to go on the hub also, like everyone knows. Everyone knows. It's like, why would you type in that instead of just typing in the hub? Right? I'm just like,
Yeah.
That's weird, but okay. So I'm like, this definitely wasn't me. I was asleep. And I'm like, should I tell Alia? I'm like, if I tell her and she didn't do anything or she doesn't know anything about this makes me look bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna ask anyway. Who cares? I don't give a shit. And so I like shake her. And I'm like, hey, wake up. And she's like, what? And she's like still asleep. And I'm like, did you look up porn on my phone? And she's like, oh yeah, that was me. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I felt like it and I thought it'd be funny. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right.
Imagine it was a chance your dog. Why you
Fucking
bother? You were
Chance just
asleep.
fucking looking up. He's horning it up, bro. And then like I was like, "Did you watch anything?" Because I couldn't tell if she watched anything because you know how like I was explaining to them and they kind of got it. But I don't know if you get it when I explain it, but like when you back out of pages on you know your browser or whatever, it won't show you if you went into a page. Like if they went into a page and then looked at other pages afterwards, that page that they did in between doesn't show up anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, "Did you look at anything?" Because there's like nothing there, right? And then she's just like, yeah, no, I was just looking at the little videos, right? And I was like, the fucking ads? Like, in my head, I'm like, the fucking ads? And when I told Carlos that, he started laughing hard. And he goes, well, that's, I find myself doing that. I'll tell you that from personal experience. I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're more entertaining than the actual thing, right? And then he's like,
Those
yeah,
are
no,
ads.
sometimes
They're
they
made
are.
to be like that, you know?
Yeah, he's like, sometimes they are more entertaining than the actual thing you're trying to watch. I'm like, I guess. Just like, but that's not what she meant. She meant like the little like previews, the like fucking 30
Oh,
second,
right.
the 15-second previews, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what she was watching. And I'm just like, that's stupid. Why didn't you watch anything?
Like, yeah, a fucking Angel used to do that with me, but not like with porn. He, while I'm not looking, he would do this all the time. He would just search up like, oh, big black dick, mandingo, zebra cock, or something like that. And I'd be like looking like elsewhere. He had my phone. He just like search it up, leave it there on the search, put it in images, and then just give it back to me. And I just be like dilly dallying, whatever, doing whatever I'm doing. Open up my phone, and first thing I see is like like a big black dick or something. Like just there in my face. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't search that up. And everyone like laughing their ass off and shit. All the
And
time, dude. I could not trust them with my phone.
it was funny because like last night, I think it was last night. She also tried to do it, but she asked me this time. She was like, "Hey, can I borrow your phone?" I was like, "For what?" And she's like, "I don't look at porn." I'm like, "No, get your own phone. Stop."
That's weird. Like,
It's
yeah, just
funny.
use your own phone.
Yeah, it's funny though. It's a little funny.
That's one of the reasons why George and Leo like didn't like each other. Because like in high school, um, he fucking, I guess Josie, George, and Leo were hanging out, and for some reason George, it's like, hey, I need to call someone. Can I borrow your phone real quick? And he took Leo's phone, and he went to the bathroom like to jack off, I guess. And like Leo found out and was like, no, bro, fuck that guy. I'm never trusting him again. I don't even know if like he still holds a grudge because like throughout all of high school when we were together, like but when he graduated, he is like held a grudge so badly at George. And
I
like
don't.
I was just like, George, why the fuck like just use your own phone? Why'd you need to like take someone else's phone for that? It's so stupid.
I would like all I would say to that is that like I mean motherfuckers are gonna do what they need to do, you know, you need a goon a little bit, you're gonna do it, right? But I don't know if I'd be like mad, like that mad. I'd just be like, why the fuck? I just want the explanation. I'm not gonna hold a grudge. I just want the explanation. Like, why couldn't you use your own phone?
Anytime we brought up George, just Leo like, fuck George. Fuck him. And like, oh, okay.
Because my phone was charging.
I know why you didn't use your phone.
just George was a growing boy at the time. He's still
At the
growing. He's
time,
like a
he's-
little big, but
Alia said that she only used it because her phone was charging. It's fucking and it was a joke. And I'm like, I get it, but I wasn't talking. I wasn't outing you. I wasn't specifying you. I was just saying in general. If somebody used my phone for that, like, I wouldn't be upset over it necessarily. I'd just be like, why the fuck? Like, I don't know.
people do what people do.
I suppose. And yeah, just wanted to break the ice with that one. Just wanted to start it
And that
up.
was what, after the concert?
That was before. That was before the
Before the concert.
concert. Yeah, like a night or two before the concert.
Damn, dude. And how was the
And
concert?
The cons, I couldn't tell you. I never made it in.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I never made it in. Look, we went at like 4-ish, and the thing started at 5, right? We
Yeah.
took off at 4. When we got there, there was no parking at all, anywhere. And so you had to like park downhill because it was on the mountain. So you
Yeah.
had to park downhill. And Alia was already like, I'm not walking all that. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to walk that either. And so we were like, okay, so we're just going to drive around and see if we see any parking at all, like anything, right? We went to like the fucking student dorms and everything that were near there. And we had a chance. We saw one, but then Alia was like, no, I feel bad because, it's for the students, so I feel bad. I'm like, okay. So whatever. And we spent like an hour just driving around trying to find a place to park, right? And that never happened. And eventually, we were like right in front of the stadium, whatever. And Alia was like, just go. Like, fuck it. Just get off and like you can go in. And I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do for the next like 5 hours?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not fair. And regardless, even if I go, look at this fucking line. There's like a big ass fucking, it's not even a line. It's like a fucking pool of people, and the line's not moving for shit. Like,
Oh my
there's
God.
nothing's moving. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's already about a half an hour into the concert, like after it started.
Yeah.
And there's still people outside, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I was just like, I don't know, man. And then we didn't have signals, so like because I only have the digital like ticket, right? So if I wanted
Yeah,
to
oh
get
my
it, I wasn't gonna
fucking
get any
God.
fucking. I wasn't gonna pull it up, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, nah, I think we should go get signal again, get the tickets, and then maybe come back. And then we wound up doing that. We didn't go back. We were just like, oh, fuck it, whatever. We'll just work for like another hour or something, and then just see like if it dies down, and if maybe some people left because maybe they're only there to see certain bands. So we did that. We go back. It's already like 7 or so, and it's still fucking full. And at that point, also, they weren't even letting people up anymore. So we didn't even get to see if the line had died down or anything. So we were just like, I guess,
No
all
way,
right,
dude.
whatever.
What?
We were like, whatever, we're done. It's already whatever. Who cares, right? And I'll say this much, right? Like I've said it before. Alia has said it, and like I don't know if I'm the dumb one here or like if I'm in the like not in the right here, at least in my thought. But okay, so Alia's mom bought us the tickets, right?
Mhm.
But she didn't even ask us. She didn't even ask us if we wanted to go. She just like was like, I bought them, and we're going. And I'm like, that's cool, but I personally don't really like concerts. Like, I don't like just a lot of people in one place. I don't like that. I don't like you know, especially here, like it's out in the heat. Also, like it's just out in an open field. And I'm like, I didn't really want to go. I was gonna go because she bought them and because I felt bad because I was like, oh well, she bought them,
Well, yeah,
right?
like they bought them as like I can't think of the word. I'm blanking out again. But like to be nice, you know, just like thoughtful. Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, here you go, something cool.
yeah,
But like I don't really want to. I don't like it.
yeah. And I was like, all right, whatever, right? So we didn't go, and Alia was feeling like shit the entire time. Like, oh man, she's gonna be fucking pissed. She's gonna, you know, give a shit about it. And she didn't really give a shit about it. But then Alia kind of brought up like, and we'll pay you back, like whatever. Like she by herself said like, we'll pay you back
How much were the tickets?
80
I'm pretty
bucks,
sure they were, huh?
$80.
$80. It's not that bad, but for
That's
two of
not too
them,
bad. Yeah,
damn, that's the
and
cheapest for them for like all
I
three of them.
I
God damn,
guess
they
so.
suck.
And I was like, and then like they were telling us about the entire like actual experience of being there. And I'm like, that sounds like it sucks. That sounds like I would have left after the first like set. Like I probably would have been gone, not even halfway through the fucking thing. Because apparently there was like people like just spilling onto other people, and there were people taking seats that weren't theirs, and they were like just fucking people to people just touching and just like fucking on
That's
each other or
gross. I
whatever.
hate that.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, I wouldn't have wanted to be there. And then like my swagger was like, oh, I almost fainted and shit. And I'm like, yeah, wait? I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Was it like
That's
a big stadium or what?
it was a pretty big. It was like a college football stadium.
Oh, okay, so it's still pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And
Um,
that's funny because the My Chemical Romance show that we went to was like also kind of like we were in the seated area and they were like for some reason like really close together seats and they were small.
yeah,
So like you sit down, you had to like scrunch your whole body and everyone's like touching. But there was like a wide like foot space so people could just stand at the rails and stuff, you know? The only
yeah,
thing
no,
that
that's
sucked
nice.
about it is that the TV was broken so you couldn't see anyone from the fucking stage because we're up in like the fucking rafters and shit.
Yeah,
For the Jonas Brother, it was like super spacey, dude. Like it was spacious seating. The TV worked. There was a big stage, like 360. You could see everyone. I think honestly, bro, the Jonas Brothers concert was like lit. That was like one of the best concerts I've ever been to. The Micro Romance one was cool, but it sucked.
it sucked. And
And
like, as my quote unquote second concert experience ever, right? And I didn't even make it in. I don't know, man.
I know, like, I really wanted to enjoy the My Chemical Romance one, but like the seating sucked. There was no TV. Couldn't even see like any of the band members. It was just like super close, and like the line and everything took forever. Oh my god, dude! Like we were there for at least 3 hours in the line, then just waiting, and it finally moved. And once it started moving, we were still there for like another almost hour until we were
Jesus
finally
Christ.
in, seated, and the music was great. I just wish we could see them, and the stage was like at the wall, so like there was no 360, nothing. Like you see them, the people who at the side, like the close, like right at the side of the stage, must have hated it because they could not see shit, dude. I don't even know why those were seats to begin with.
They're for the audio listeners, bro. Only the audio.
What about festivals? Would you go to a festival?
Like a big music festival, like Warped
Yeah.
Tour and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it just depends who's playing. And I mean, there's probably more stuff to do than just listen to music or watch.
That's true. That's true.
So maybe I don't know. Like again,
You're
it's
not
just like
big. Yeah.
I'm not big on crowds. I don't really like people touching on me. If I'm not necessarily saying that like that's gonna happen for sure, but like when it does happen, I just hate people touching me, like in general.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay.
if
What about gaming conventions like the big ones, like San Diego
I
Comic Con or like
I have thought about like going to Evo for
yeah.
years, and I was like, I might be able to handle it, right? And then this recent Evo, I think we talked about it, right? That this recent Evo, just a fuck ton of people got COVID.
Oh yeah. Oh
Just
yeah.
everybody got COVID, and I'm like, oh, oh,
Oh no. No,
fuck.
I don't want to go.
I don't know. I'll stick to smaller venues if anything. But not a Pokefest, right? Definitely not a Pokefest. But like, when I went to Omnicon, it wasn't that bad. There's stuff down here that's also not that bad. It's pretty small also, so it's like I'm fine with that. I don't know. I think when there's a lot of people, it's weird because I'm not like I don't get like anxiety. It's just like I don't like the crowds of people. I don't like the
Oh yeah,
sea
no,
of people.
I totally get it. Especially like when I went to the festival, the music festival for Float Fest. I was a 17-year-old little boy next to all these like 6 foot some adults. I was like maybe 5'4" or something, and like everyone was like shirtless and had like sandals on or something. Like they were in the fit, in the vibe, right? I felt so out of place. It was hot. People were like bumping everywhere, like high and like drunk and shit. And I
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
necessarily enjoy it. I totally would now. Like now, I'm more like I feel better about it. But now, I really enjoy the bands. You really have to like know and like enjoy the music that you're going to.
Yeah, for sure. That's the
Unless
other
you're one of
thing.
those people that like just love that kind of crowd, like raves and stuff like that. Not necessarily like going for the music, just for like the vibe, I guess.
Yeah. But then, like, I don't know. For me, it's just like that's a waste of cash. That's a waste of money.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I don't get it. The smaller concerts that I've been to are really nice. Like the first one I think I went to like actually go to was with Angel, and we went to go see a band called Roswell Kid and Prince Daddy and the Hyena, and that's where we met the San Antonio musician Baltimore, who like we try to get to every time for like Bummer Shed and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Baltimore goes hard. He's like really cool, and now he's like in a band called Los Juanitos, and he
Nice,
like
nice.
does Spanish music now. But for that, legit, it was like it's a small like little venue at Paper Tiger,
Hmm.
and I think they upgraded the stage. But we went, and Prince Daddy played, and like everyone was like bopping and they were moshing, and it was like a little big crowd. And once they ended, everyone left, and the main event for fucking Razo Kid was literally just this couple who were like probably high and like vibing like fucking like cool. I don't know how to explain it, but it was me, Angel, that couple, a guy who was cosplaying as like their album cover, and like two other people for like
That's crazy.
a small venue, and we were just like all jamming out, having a good time, like just talking to the dude. It was
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah. Like, now that you brought up also Bumshed, like, even that, like, that's fine for me also. Like, that's nice. I think that like the vibe of it and everything. Like, I think that's cool.
Hmm.
I had a good time. I've only been there once, but it was a good time.
And did you know? Did you know the fucking? Because when I was working yesterday for the gun shop at the convention center, you know they can like close up like these big sliding doors for like the whole building to just like make it half the room.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't know
I did
that.
not know that. Once I walked in, I was like, man, the convention center looks a little small, don't you think? It's something's off, dude. I don't know what it is, but I swear it's bigger with like Pokefest and stuff. What the fuck? I was like tripping, and Alex's dad was like, "What? No, they closed the doors." I was like, "Well, yeah, like people can't go through there." And he was like, "No, those doors." And he was like pointing at the big fucking sliding things. a big curtain basically, and I was like tripping. I didn't know they could do that.
That's funny. Yeah, cause like you showed me, yeah, I saw the picture too, and I'm like, oh, it's smaller. And I was like, oh, they probably close it, right? But I was just like, whatever. And then now that you're saying it, I was like, oh, okay, so they did close it. It did look tiny.
I didn't know. I didn't know they could close it. That's cool.
I
More.
think
They need to have a Pokey Fest of just a half room.
just have to. Fuck no, not with the amount of people that go now. That's also one of the things I wanted to talk about, but we'll get to it. Also, like the conventions and stuff. But we were saying gaming studios, right? I think.
That was on the list. The RGB stuff, like conventions and stuff.
Yeah, for
And yeah,
sure.
gaming studios.
What exactly about gaming studios? I need a little bit more elaboration on that.
Oh, we were talking about I think Capcom last time, and
Okay.
maybe Sega, and then what they're doing with like their games and stuff, and like not
Oh,
really.
like dead IPs, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, I think Capcom at this point has more dead IPs than Sega. I feel like. If I remember, if I mean they both have a lot. We'll say
yeah,
that.
no, definitely. Like Capcom is like well known throughout like the world basically. Like they're Capcom. They got Street Fighter, they got Mega Man, they made Okami, they got all the Resident Evils. It's
You
just that
brought up
like
Okami, and then I blanked for a second, and then I was like, "Holy shit, that's right, Okami exists."
see what I
and there
mean?
was
Yeah, that's
and there
exactly
was
what
a
I mean though.
sequel, and there
Like
was a
Capcom is
sequel.
like huge, and like the only thing you could like probably think of is maybe Street Fighter, Resident Evil, and maybe Monster Hunter as well, and maybe Marvel versus Capcom, and that's kind of
Eh,
it. Everyone kind of forgets about like Mega Man and stuff, like or even
I
like
say
Ghosts and Goblins and
I
stuff. You
say
know,
I say for those is because it's been such a long time since they've had an entry. I
hmm
mean, Mega Man had one recently with 11, and
that's
Ghost and
true, and
Goblins
they're still
had
doing
a
like the
remake
collections
or
and stuff,
whatever.
which is really nice.
But they don't make a new one, and I don't know if that's just because they don't believe that a new one will sell well, or if like they're tapped out of ideas. I have no idea.
I don't know, or maybe like they just like can't find someone to do it, and
Right?
like
They
or
don't have
everyone over there
another
just
Shinji
doesn't
Mikami.
want to or doesn't care.
Or like Onimusha. Wouldn't necessarily say it's a dead series or dead franchise. I think it ended. I think it was like they ended on their own accord. I think I haven't played anything outside of Onimusha 1. I'm trying to. I just got to finish Onimusha. I've been on and off that fucking thing cuz when at least the first Onimusha, just think of it like Resident Evil but like action, like straight
But
up.
action.
Yeah, like um it's the same camera angles, right? Fixed camera angles. Uh you have like the limited healing and some ammo, right? But you have a sword at all times, so you can use the sword and you can do combos and you can do like evasive maneuvers. Like the movement that you have available to you when you're in combat is like really action based, but like enemies do hit hard, so you don't want to get hit often. And then there's like depending on the enemy that you kill, it can like also drop these spirit orbs that you can like pick up, and you use that for leveling up, and some of them also heal you or give you more magic.
Yeah,
So it's
that
like,
that looks like that sounds like almost complicated, but like fun.
yeah, no, it's really fun until you die. Cuz like
Uh-oh.
when I started playing it, I was like, oh, okay, so this is like maybe a little bit more uh limited, like Devil May Cry or something, right? And then I died, and then I hadn't saved for a while, and then I got sent back to like the last save.
Is it one of those where like it doesn't auto save? You have to save like annually.
You have to save manually, yeah, and at these
And is it like
mirrors.
one of those since it's Capcom, is it like a Resident Evil where you have to find like an ink ribbon or you have to go to like a specific station
You
to
have to go
save?
to yeah, you have to go to a specific station. There is no ink ribbon, but you just have to go to a magic mirror and then you can save.
Oh, okay.
but like, and there's a couple of them in the game, right? And like, it's all puzzles and all that, right? It's the same like formula. It's just like Edo period Japan, feudal Japan, with like, the samurai and oni, and that's kind of it, right?
It looks cool. It looks fun, and it has a lot of games.
Yeah, it has a lot. One of them is a Smash clone.
Onimusha 1, basically. Onimusha 2, Onimusha 3, Onimusha Blade Warriors. They have Onimusha Tactics, Onimusha Warlords, Onimusha Soul, and what's this one? Dawn of Dreams.
I believe Dawn of Dreams is basically Onimusha 4. I think.
Yeah, so
It's
they
one of
have
the
a lot
later
of
ones.
games, all in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Nothing past 2006.
I think Onimusha Blade Warriors, was it? That one's the Smash clone.
Uh-oh. In 2003?
Yeah. I don't know. Like Beautiful Joe is another game also. Like,
Rest in peace.
rest
My
in
old
peace.
beloved one.
But it's because Hideki, bro. That's Hideki Kamiya's shit. So obviously they're not gonna make another one. God Hand is something. Ooh. I feel like it could have had another game. I feel like you could do more with God Hand, and then they just didn't because basically that was a mishmash of like a lot of people at Capcom. Like it was Shinji Mikami, maybe Hideki. There were some other people like that were trying to do action games and just do whatever the fuck they wanted. Like it was like a Hail Mary type thing, like just like we're just gonna do whatever the fuck we want, and if it sells well, awesome. If not, then fuck it, we made what we wanted. So it's like a combination or collective thing by a bunch of people at Capcom. And then like it just didn't really sell that well because of the combat and because of that fucking IGN review.
Whoa, what IGN review?
There's an IGN review on God Hand where they call it garbage and they say it's not good and it's overly difficult and just they're just shitting on it like hard, right? And it was so bad that I think they made an apology, like they made a re-review and like had it be a little bit more like true.
Damn, they gave it a 3 out of 10. Damn.
Yeah. So that's why it didn't really sell well either.
Fucking IGN,
Allegedly. I don't know if that's true.
dude. Gaming. What were they called? Like gaming
News outlets?
Yeah, basically like the. I just had it in my mouth. I was about to say, and then you said what you said, and I was like, oh wait, what the fuck was I gonna say? But like they're journalists and stuff, you know.
Yeah, gaming journalists.
Bro, sometimes most of the time they suck, bro. I hate them.
A lot, yeah. It's like I don't know. Sometimes it feels like they never even actually played the game, or they're just going off of like
Or they don't even know how to play games.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, you gotta be good at one thing. You can't be good at both. You can't be good at both. You're either a good journalist or a good gamer. You can't be both.
Hey, stick to one, bro. Also, I was gonna point it out. I did not know until you said it that Hideki Kamiya made Beautiful Joe.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I did not know that.
He's
people
responsible.
who don't know, Hideki Kamiya basically made like you tell him. I was just gonna stick to like Resident Evil and like Bayonetta and stuff.
Okay, so actually he didn't make Resident Evil.
I mean, not Resident Evil, Devil May Cry. What the fuck?
Devil May Cry. Yeah, I was about to go into it though also because he's like, no, he was going to make a Resident Evil, but then he ended up being too ambitious, and then it became its own thing, which became Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Right. So he's made Devil May Cry, Beautiful Joe, Wonderful 101.
No way. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can see it.
Yeah. Bayonetta. If I'm not mistaken, he had a hand in like a lot, basically anything that the majority of what Platinum Games has made, he's part of it. He's the helm of it. most of it, right? So that's like the fucking Cybertron. What is it? The fucking Transformers game that was made by Platinum. I forget, because it was a deal. It was a deal between them and Paramount, I guess, because that's the Paramount company, right? So, it was Transformers, Legend of Korra, TMNT, and one more. There was one more. I don't remember the other one.
It says here that they made Platinum Games made Transformers Devastation
Devastation. Okay.
and Battlegrounds. I think
No way.
probably
What?
not. Probably not. Okay, there's no way. But yeah, I
Uh.
did not fucking know he made Beautiful Joe. That's
Yeah.
crazy. No wonder I like it so much.
Right. uh, he's also done some other stuff. Well, no, sorry, that was Shinji Mikami. Okay, never mind. I was like, he's done. I was gonna say, fucking, uh, not Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, Hi-Fi Rush, but he did not make Hi-Fi Rush. That was Shinji Mikami.
Let me pull up a list. Let me pull up a list.
But I was gonna say that game, that other game, Vanquish, right? I think he had a hand in that. You're pulling
Which
up
one?
a list though. Vanquish.
It,
Jamie,
I can't
pull that
find
up.
it. I can't find
Jamie, pull that up.
it.
And then he
Oh.
was gonna be behind Scalebound, but Scalebound got canceled.
Gale Bound?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently he also worked on Astral Chain. I hear that's a
Yeah.
great
Right.
game.
Right. Yeah. I hear that too.
I
never
want to
played
play
it.
that so bad. Like once the trailer came out for the Nintendo, Switch. What are they
Switch?
called when they do their thing? Their
On Nintendo Direct.
yeah, the Nintendo Directs. That is a when I saw it, I was like, damn, dude, game looks phenomenal. Game looks cool and like fun, actually fun. It's
Okay, so
made by
you-
Hideki, bro. God damn.
You're right. He did make one Resident, or he did direct one Resident Evil, which was Resident Evil 2.
And
The
that's
goat.
probably
The
what
goat.
pushed him.
Yeah.
That's probably what pushed him to make a fucking Devil May Cry. Because of that.
Oh shit!
'Cause
So
when
he
he
was
said he
behind
was gonna
Okami. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. He's the Capcom guy. I
All
was
right,
gonna
but
also bring up Anish.
where's another Ultimate Muscle, huh? When are we gonna get another Ultimate Muscle game?
Never, bro. And then
Fuck.
give it like another decade, maybe.
For Ultimate
Maybe.
Muscle? For Ultimate Muscle?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't think that shit was as popular as like we thought it was.
I was also gonna bring up for Capcom and their Ace Attorney.
But they've been doing stuff with Ace Attorney still.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. You were just bringing
It
up
just
Ace Attorney.
I think it did take like a while though.
No, yeah, for sure. Cause
A big pause.
yeah, there was a little bit of a pause there.
And I still have yet to play any of them, and I really want to. Like,
Shout outs to Jim for playing Ace Attorney on his channel.
oh my god, dude! But fuck, it's just like it. It looks fun. It genuinely looks fun. All the memes that come out of it, made by Capcom. My old coworker would tell me all the fucking time. Because it's always on sale. And he's like, it's on sale, Logan. Logan, it's on sale. Remember I told you about Phoenix, right? Remember I told you about Ace Attorney? You should get it. It's on sale. It's $15 right now. You should get it. You should get it. And I'm just like, bro, leave me alone. I'm trying to work. And then, you know, I think at the time Ace Attorney Chronicles had just came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know, like, Phoenix Wright was a fighter in Marvel vs. Capcom. And I'm just like, you know what? I gotta get on the ball. And I never did.
You
But
never
one of these
did.
days, dude. One of these days,
After
I'm
you
gonna
get
play it.
after you get past RGG games, you'll probably do it. I feel like.
Hopefully, man.
Hopefully.
Cause goddamn, you know how close I was when I bought my DS to buy fucking Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I was so close. I was with my dad as a kid. I was there in GameStop, and you know what I bought instead?
What would you buy?
Motherfucking Lego Star Wars.
You know what, bro? I can't even be mad at you.
But on the
I
DS,
can't. It's a Lego game is a Lego game through and
I
through, no matter
guess.
what fucking console it's on.
I guess.
You
Also, they
guess.
need to do something with Strider. Come on, man.
You think
Come
so?
on.
Well, they did, but it's been a while. It's been a while since they did anything else with Strider, right? But that was back in 2014 or 2015 when they did that. Double Helix did that Strider game, which is very good. Very good game.
It is very good. It's
Uh,
very pretty. I really enjoy like the aesthetic. It just Strider looks so cool, man.
Too bad they didn't do anything else with it. I
I
think it's because it didn't
know.
sell that well. And again, it was around that time when they were giving like they wanted to have that Western take on their IPs. So they were like, "Oh yeah, let's give our IPs to Western devs so that they can make what the Western gamers would like." And it's like, we don't give a fuck. we paying out the ass for your games. We don't give a fuck.
The Westerners want Japanese to make Western games, Western oriented games. Not true at all.
Not true
You
at
know how
all.
many weebs live in America?
Do you know how many weebs live in Japan? Where are the subtitles? A classic.
Come on, Capcom.
And then
You-
like Sega's not a fucking Sega's not lagging too far behind. I mean, come on. You got things like Jet Set Radio, who at this point people took it upon themselves to make a spiritual successor, which looks amazing. I haven't played it, I haven't touched it, but I've seen like gameplay on Twitter or X, and looks amazing. It looks great. It looks awesome.
Wait,
Would
which
love
one?
to play it. Bomber Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks great.
It looks cool for sure, and the music always bumping, bro.
Always.
Always.
Wooly versus, bro. He's in there. He's in there as a
Wooly
sample, but he's
Versus?
in there. Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, he's they sampled him for a song. I think it's called Waiting, not Waiting for You. I forget what it's called. It's pretty good. I like it. I mean, all of the music is good, but like, yeah, when
That's
I saw that, I
crazy.
was like, that's fucking crazy. What else? I wouldn't even really think about Shenmue. Like, as much as people suck that game's dick for whatever reason,
Dude,
I
it's
wouldn't
so weird that you say that. I've never once heard anyone or seen anything online about like Shenmue being like a great game.
Okay, to be fair, nobody ever said I've never heard anybody say it was a great game. I've only ever heard like, oh, this was like a great piece of gaming history. This is like this is what's it call it? Like the granddaddy of like a lot of things, and like we owe a lot of 3D game design to this game, like that type of shit. Like that's what I mean by sucking that game's dick, not necessarily like the
Shenmue
gameplay.
wishes they were Dragon Quest.
But
You ain't
like,
shit, bro.
you ain't shit. I forget that you Suzuki, you suck. Nah, he's fine. He's cool. He was an ambitious man with like wanting to make an interactive game, but it's I don't know if you know this, right? It's like maybe common knowledge at this point, but like Yu Suzuki never really played video games, nor did he use any other video game to base what Shenmue would be like striving for. So like everything that's in Shenmue is mainly like his like vision, and none of it is affected by outside sources.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That's cool,
That
right?
is cool.
That's cool, right? But
It sounds
but
interesting, but
like again, it's like you're making like a movie, or like you're making something a personal thing, when like other games that have since done that, and this is specifically for like Shenmue 3, right? Like not even Shenmue 1 and 2, because Shenmue 1 and 2 were the first ones.
specifically, okay.
Right, because Shenmue 1 and 2 were like the first ones to do it, so I can sort of forgive them, right? Because that wasn't really the norm, back then. That was they were breaking new ground, which I will give, I do understand. But when it came to Shenmue 3, which was like in 2016, 2017, fucking, they asked him, they were like, hey, so you're directing this game again, right? And he's like, yeah. We've been working hard behind the scenes, whatever, to get this going. We were starting a Kickstarter and all this stuff, right?
Wait, who was asking him?
Some person, I believe, either for like E3. This is when E3 was still around. So it was like a game journalist or something was asking Yu Suzuki. They were getting, or somebody at E3 was asking him, because they actually had a panel, I believe, something like that. But they were asking him, like, what games have influenced, or if any, what games have influenced Shenmue's development, like what have you based it off of, or if there's anything that you have taken from other games, since the last one. And he's just like, no, I'm not taking anything from anyone else, like it's just all my, and there are no outside influences, this is just my what I wanted to make, and this is my vision or whatever. And it's like, in some aspects, like, yeah, you gotta pay respect to the guy who, like, no matter what anyone else tells him, or no matter what you think he should be doing, he's like, fuck that, and I'm gonna do whatever I want. Like, I'm gonna make it my own vision. Like, that's respectable to an extent. But when you're making the same fucking game that you made like 20 years ago, is kind of hard to respect you on it,
Okay, I see it now. Yeah. And how
So-
many are there? Only 3 Shenmue games?
There are only 3 Shenmue games.
Well then, goodbye. What you were
Goodbye,
well
Shen.
expected.
Yeah, I feel like
Good
no
try,
more.
GGs.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do any more.
Yeah,
I don't.
I could see how it does get old if there's like nothing really new as like the vision of him after
Yeah.
3 games, basically almost being the same.
Yeah. And in some ways, Shenmue 3 is worse than any of the other ones. Because, like, the stamina thing was, like, fucked. So they combined your stamina and your health into one bar, or into
No.
one thing.
No.
Why not? Why
You
not?
don't do that.
They
don't
did
do
that. They did that. So every time you get hit, or every time you lose health, and you have to go fight somebody else, you have less stamina and less health. And it just keeps going and going until you're done.
I mean, I get it. Realistically, it's smart.
No, yeah.
For gaming, for video games, you don't do that. No. What
And
the
then
hell?
and they took away all the depth and beauty that was the fighting system. And I think, like, just my headcanon, I think, because I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but I believe Shenmue 3 is only, like, published by Sega. Like, it's only published by Sega because, like, out of I guess, like, obligation, I guess. Like, it's not being developed. It's not, like, it was totally a crowdfunded thing. And they just put their name on it because, well, it is a Sega property, like an IP.
Yeah.
But, like, they had nothing to do with it. So, I think that's why they had to change some of the combat systems, because the original combat system for 1 and 2 is just Virtual Fighter's combat scheme. It's the entire, like, system just ripped out of Virtual Fighter and put into Shenmue. And so I guess they couldn't do that anymore, and they had to make their own combat system, and it's fucking dog shit. You just press one button, and like that's your thing. Like that's your combo, I guess.
Like
And
almost like a button masher, or
yeah,
it's just like a simple input.
yeah, and so they took away any double button presses, any directional inputs, any quarter circle motions,
So they they really like just
yeah, they dumbed it the fuck down. And then on top of that, there's lag. Like, so it's not input lag. It's like the game is deliberately not putting in any of your inputs. It's not registering any of them until you put in a certain sequence, because the game is trying to figure out if you're doing a pre-canned animation, like you're trying to put in a pre-input combo type thing, or if you're just gonna do the one attack and then leave it alone. If that makes sense. It's not great. It's, to say the least, it's not good. And that game's just bad.
yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't want to like touch anything that like lags.
And you know me, I bought it.
I know you, of course you would.
I bought it out of obligation, not because of
Not
not
because you
because I
actually
wanted
wanted to
Yeah,
try it
I
out.
was like, well, I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see if it really was that bad, but I don't know if I'll ever really get there, because I'm taking my sweet ass time with Shenmue 1 right now. I'm taking like, I mean, I'm taking my time with that game. So, and I was like, I already have it. Like, I already have 1 and 2. Might as well like get 3. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
whatever.
Like me with Resident Evil, me with could be Yakuza. Just let me please get past Kiwami, and then for sure I'll get 3.
You're gonna get 3. You're gonna get Yakuza 3. Blakuza.
Also,
Blakuza.
also Sega owns Hatsune Miku because of
Right,
the
they do.
fucking.
No, yeah.
That's so weird that they just like have that Hatsune Miku, even though like she's basically dead.
Yeah. No more updates.
Sorry.
Sorry. Bye.
And they need to do stuff with Super Monkey Ball. That's not a fucking arcade. Ah,
They re-released Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2.
not good enough. I
And
don't
not
want no
good enough.
re-release.
You
I
want a
want
new game?
with almost that same formula.
I have no idea what they would do. Like, I don't know. I feel like Super Monkey Ball in a way is like
Say
kind
it,
of
bro.
dated.
Don't say
Kind
it,
of.
bro.
That's all I'll say is it's kind of dated. So it's kind of hard to like do stuff for it, I think. That's my take.
It's not true, bro.
What about Panzer Dragoon? Yeah. How about that?
Eh.
Nights into Dream. Never mind. We already
You
got
know what they
Balan
should
Wonderworld.
make for shits and giggles? Like, imagine Sega making like a new game, and everyone's like wondering what it's gonna be about. It could be like a fucking like what? It could be a new Super Monkey Ball. Could be a new Shenmue. It could be a new like a dragon, something like that, right? A new
Right.
Sonic. Fucking hell, it could be a new Persona, right?
Okay,
And it's Alien Isolation 2.
I'll take that. That's a dub. What do you mean?
That ain't no dub, bro. There is nothing to do. Alien Isolation itself was like it's complete. You don't need no 2 unless they like explore more like of the vast canon of the verse.
Right.
Then maybe, but you know damn well no one's doing that. They're just gonna stick to the movies.
Watch me make the next Alien Isolation.
Do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you, pussy.
I ruin it. I put in Predators. I put in the
Yes.
Protomorphs.
Yes. That's what we want. That's what everyone wants.
I put in the Protomorphs.
Let's go, dude.
I just put in like all the later shit.
What if Sega actually cared about us and gave us what we all been looking forward to?
Okay.
Echo the Dolphin, bro.
Holy shit, bro.
Everyone's looking forward to that, bro. I remember with my sister Andy, she got me one of those I keep saying gross, I hate it. But she got me that ROM or that Sega console that they like
Oh
sell.
yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
you've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
those, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The mini consoles before
Yeah, the mini
like
consoles that like
NES
emulate the game.
and PlayStation did it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted the PlayStation. She thought it was cool. I don't know if she knew what consoles were. I don't know because I've never once spoken about like Sega or if she knows anything about Sega. And obviously, it's like the Sega Genesis, so it has like all the Genesis games, which to me at least, a vast majority of that library is dog shit to me. I did not care. I did not want to play any of it. She probably thought like, oh, Sega, Sonic, that's on the fucking cover, you know? It's Sega. You
Yeah.
gotta have Sonic on the cover. I don't like Sonic. I don't like playing Sonic. And the one thing I enjoyed playing for some reason, it had no goal, had nothing, was Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin. And they made multiple Echo games also.
They need to do it again.
I
2020. They need to do it. In this whole decade, they need to bring one out. Come on.
don't even know like what else. Cause like what am I gonna bring up? Vector Man, Comic Zone, like
Sure.
I don't think those are like I don't think Vector Man is like a thing that could come back. Or like I don't know. At least not for me. I think they're pretty fucking lame.
That's
You
what
know?
I'm saying. Like the whole library, like Sega, especially like Genesis and like they were on top of the world, right? With their games, they were like huge. But
Right.
like in this day and age, I don't know. Like that whole old school library that was big in the past,
It's fucking dog shit.
it's really dog shit. It's gross. Like all the games basically suck. And the only good ones that people like are into for some reason are Sonic, and even then, I don't like them personally.
Yeah, nah. I mean, make a Shadow the Hedgehog too. You won't. You won't, pussy.
They won't. They won't.
They won't.
They don't want to promote guns and violence.
There
And
was a fucking post on X where it was like I guess it was an indie game that somebody was making, and they have roller skates or like kind of like yeah basically roller skates, and they're going around, they're jumping around, you know, they're doing like parkour and shit also, and then like they have guns, and then like it just like the background fading in and it just can you see all of me. It's like and I was like do it do it pussy you won't.
One thing I was surprised about was Streets of Rage.
What about it necessarily?
What do you mean? What about it?
Yeah, what about it? Let's talk about it. What about
They
Street?
made
Why
one.
we so
They made another one.
I think enough people were asking for a Streets of Rage 4. I think enough people were.
You think so?
Yeah. I think a lot of I remember like around that time a lot of people were like, you know, Streets of Rage, like when bring it back. It's something that's so cool and it went out on such a wet fart that we should have another go at it.
Yeah, because that's another one that I was gonna say. Like Echo the Dolphin on that emulator, that console, and one of them was Streets of Rage 2 specifically. I don't
Yeah.
remember too much about it. I just remember like booting it up and like playing it and enjoying it. I didn't know any of the characters. I didn't know any of the story or anything. It was just fun, you know?
And then we played Streets of Rage 4.
And then we played Streets of Rage 4. And it's a fun game. It's like a great beat 'em up, honestly. Like
It's
character
crazy.
designs and everything.
It's crazy that it has a versus mode also, like a ranked
Yeah.
versus mode.
I mean, if they could do that, with 4, they can do that with Echo. I'm just saying.
Bro, who created Echo the Dolphin and where are they at now? What are they doing now?
Come on, I need to know this. I need to know this information. When did
Um,
Echo come out? It says released on 1992. Goddamn.
that's crazy. Um, sort of off topic, not really. I mean, still like dead games, I guess, or whatever. Um,
Poor Echo.
fucking pour one out for my boy Echo. Um, Street Fighter, Tekken, Cross, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
I can't believe he did that, bro. I don't know, like, cause didn't they make him step down? Like, is he not? Isn't he not shit now at Capcom?
Wait, who?
Ono, Yoshinori Ono. I
I actually,
believe
I actually don't know.
because he used to be the head guy. Like ever since Street Fighter 4, he was the head guy. He was the guy behind fucking Street Fighter, which is why like Street Fighter 1 looked wonky and had like weird characters like um and why Blanca was like such a pushed character because he loved Blanca. But like if Ono wasn't Ono wasn't the head guy, we never would have seen Rainbow Mika again. I feel like we never would have seen our Mika in Street Fighter 5. Guys, look at us now. Street Fighter 6, our Mika is such a good character in 5, did not make it to 6.
I don't know if he's like the one for 6.
He's not. No, he's
He's
not,
not?
the director. No, he's not the director.
Damn.
So they have multiple directors. So like the like the two main guys, right? They really like games like Street Fighter Alpha 2, right? And like just the balanced games. And I don't know what they've actually worked on, but they've been like around, right? But they just haven't been like directors, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And then for the battle director, like the guy who takes care of the combat engine and all that, they were the combat director for Bayonetta, which is like cool. Which is like I guess that's why like Drive Impact and all that like it looks like good and feels good.
Mm-hmm.
This because like yeah, well they worked on character action game combat, so I
So
feel
it
like
must
that.
have good fucking combat. I would
Yeah,
hope so, at least.
yeah. I
And it
mean,
was.
yeah.
Was
So
that Yoshinori? Was he the one who was gonna say, or who
yeah,
fucking
he's the one who went
basically?
on stage. He's the
Yeah.
one who went on stage and it's like
God
we
damn
had
it.
some home watch. Like, fucking great, bro. And I don't know, like I don't know if he's just trolling. I don't know if like they put him up to it or like they're legit about that. Obviously, we're not gonna know until we finally get an announcement. But
I feel like he would probably be trolling, you know?
a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But they're taking almost the same approach as they did with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Because with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it was like Ono was the good guy and Harada was the bad guy. And that's why he started wearing the sunglasses.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, that's why he started wearing them. Before he didn't really wear them. And then, well, now him going on stage and like kind of antagonize them or instigating shit. It makes Ono seem like the villain. Sound like maybe they're doing the opposite now. They're like slowly doing it, but I don't know. It could just be bullshit. It could just be like fun and games. They just want to like have a laugh. But I don't know.
I hope not. I don't know, because the way Harada like kicked him off was like, "Oh, shut up! You're not supposed to say that." He like teasing, you know.
Yeah.
And especially like Yoshinori, like someone had to put him up because if like he would have spilled it, like he would have just said it, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was like scripted, so he wouldn't say it, create that tension. Like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna make it. It's gonna happen. Trust me. At least I hope so. Does that mean Yoshinori went heel?
Yeah, bro. He's turning heel.
Oh no, bro.
He's gonna come in and super kick Harada at one point. Watch.
Harada is gonna fucking parry, turn face, take off the shades.
throw him Wesker style. Ono catches him.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes.
slips him on.
Perfect.
That's great. I think that's like, I don't know, like it's a weird thing to talk about, like dead games or dead stuff, because like we could go about it like for a while, especially like I swear on the Capcom side, because like we just said it right, and you can be mad, people can be mad, whatever, but Sega has like some dog shit games that really don't need to come back. Capcom has a plethora of games that are great.
Good. Yeah, exactly. They're amazing. They're like at the time, and even then, they still hold up, and they just like kind of do nothing about it.
Or, like,
Again,
games that went
it could be again like it could be just like they can't find anyone.
Yeah.
But if they're holding out, like we don't want another one, go fuck yourself.
You don't speak for me. You don't speak for me.
I'll walk over there right now. Right here from Texas. I'll walk over there. I'll make it. I'll make it myself.
Fucking Godzilla ass sinking into the ocean.
Oh, bro. They are not touching. I almost forgot to bring it up, but Capcom ain't touching fucking Darkstalkers for shit.
Oh, they're not, dude. Also, another fighting game that's like not dead, but dead. I guess it was canceled, right? That Capcom All Stars. Capcom All Stars.
Oh yeah.
That game. And they're fucking teasing us with it. Cause
Are they?
yeah, cause if I remember correctly, the director of this Street Fighter, right? This Street Fighter 6 has tweeted that there is a working, functioning build of the game at Capcom headquarters. Still, it's just there.
They can't just say that.
He did. He fucking did.
No.
Also, when you go to Street Fighter 6 and you go and it's like, been playing a lot of this recently or whatever, and then it's like Street Fighter 2, 3, like all the Street Fighters, right? And then like some Darkstalkers and other Capcom fighting games. And then you get down on like near the bottom, and it's like Capcom Fighting All Stars or Capcom All Stars.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the? Stop! Stop!
You think they canceled it? And we're like, we already got another fighting game. It's fine. Because of like Marvel vs. Capcom. And they probably thought to themselves they don't need another Capcom-esque fighting game. That's like a little different.
I don't know, because like the games weren't even similar either.
No,
like,
that's why like, because like the way Capcom versus Marvel is like, it's unique, like fighting wise, like fighting game wise.
Yeah.
It is like one of its kind. And like Capcom Fighting All Stars is like it could basically be just like what Street Fighter from the looks of it. Like a generic fighting game is what I'm saying, you know?
Do you not know anything of what was in it?
What do you mean?
Like the characters and stuff, like the systems? Because there was actually field tests. There were actually location tests. Like that existed. It went out. People got to play it. There's video that exists of it. There was a 3D
Yeah, I know it's 3D.
Right. And I mean, it was a 2v2 game also. There's a 2v2, and I think, and you would be right to assume, because that's normally what they always do, where like, oh, we're gonna do a Capcom versus whatever, and it's like just Street Fighter characters. But no, there was only I think, 2 Street Fighter characters, which were oddly enough Alex and Ryu.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
it.
Of course,
But
it has to be. They're
No,
like
well, you say that, but it's like no. Normally, it's Ryu and Chun Li. It's always Ryu and Chun Li, and for Chun Li not to be put in the game is like that was weird. And then
Like a
Alex
whole
with
new
the bomber
direction.
jacket, not shirtless with the bomber jacket. That's cool. You had Strider. You had not Dante. You had another guy. But basically very Dante-esque. I think his name was Rook. You had like three or four like OCs, right, for that game. One of them being whatever her name is, I forget her name, but she's like Ingrid. She's in other stuff. She's in Capcom Fighting Jam. She's in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. She's in another game. Right, but she's in a lot of stuff which I was like, why
would she be OC?
she is an OC. Like she started off there
She
and then
started
she
off there,
went,
and then they just kind of threw her in the other games.
yeah, they felt bad for her only and they were like, yeah, let's put her in the other games. I thought that was weird. I believe Mega Man was also a playable character. If I remember, I don't remember which one. It might have been X. It probably was X.
I would hope so.
And like, there were other
Only knows
characters that weren't
Zero,
revealed.
please.
No more Zero.
But
I hate that he's overpowered.
Only thing I
as shit.
remembered is that it was 3D
Yeah.
and it's Capcom.
Right.
That's all I remember.
Okay. Yeah, and then you had like finishing moves, which were basically like X-rays, or at least like Ryu's was an X-ray, I believe, where he did a Metsu Shoryu, right? But in like the animation where he does the like the connect to the chin, I think it like went X-ray, and then like that was like the end of the thing, right? Like it just played the rest of the animation.
Mhm.
But like there was stuff like that, or like obviously Strider's was Ragnarok, of course. It's always Ragnarok. They always do Ragnarok with him. But I don't know. It's so weird, and that was like in 2006, 2007 ish.
Yeah, it was
around.
old.
Yeah, yeah, and then they were just like canceled. They canceled it, and it's weird because that's also the dark times for like fighting games. That's like when there were like no fighting games coming out. Cause Tekken DR, I believe had already come out at this point. If not, Tekken 5 had already come out for sure, and then DR came out shortly after. And then no Tekken until 2008 or 2009. Same thing with Street Fighter 4. There was no Street Fighter games from, I think, like new Street Fighter games, right? From 96, 97, whenever the fuck, maybe actually 99, whatever. Whenever Third Strike came out till 4. There are like no actual Street Fighter games until that point. I wouldn't count re-releases or remixes. I wouldn't count them.
Not really. No. Yeah.
So no new Street Fighter game until 2008. SNK was fucking dead.
Oh yeah.
And that's another thing that's on my list that I want to talk about. SNK's fucking killing it recently. But yeah, like that's like the dark age of fighting games. Then you had shit like Tao Feng coming out trying to compete with Mortal Kombat and being dog shit, and then the other one, Kakuto Chojin, also being dog shit. Like they're cool. Like now playing them now, like with like I guess nostalgia or like hindsight. Like they're kind of cool. They're kind of like, at least Kakuto Chojin had like an interesting like thing go to it, because you know how Xbox always tried to do that 4-player, like as many games as possible to have just 4-player integration.
Yeah.
Kakuto Chojin had like that. It was like an arena fighter, kind of like a what's fucking the Wu-Tang games or that other
Oh, the Wu
game
Tang games. The
or game. It's the one game, the one Wu-Tang game. Or Def Jam, right? Also.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like that, right? But then it also had like party mode, like it basically something out of Fusion Frenzy.
That's
Like if
weird.
you
For
yeah,
a
like if
fighting
you yeah, for like a fighting game. And it's crazy. Like I like seeing those things, those additions and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, that's interesting that they did that. Would I want that today? Probably not. But
No.
like looking back on it and just seeing like, "Oh, they actually tried to do something different and like tried to, break the mold here and not just be a 3D fighting game whatever." That's cool. Like I thought that was cool. And then you got stuff like Fight Club with Fred Durst, which which is
And
great. Which is great.
it's funny because I own Tao Feng because of my dad. I Yeah, he like around that time, like 2006, like my consciousness was like alive at 2005, and I remember playing a buttload of Xbox on 2006, and he would just like buy a bunch of like random games that look cool for some reason.
Yeah.
That's why I had basically all the Star Wars games, but like the story mode ones, like Star Wars Obi-Wan Adventures,
Yeah.
Star Wars 2 Clone Wars, and then Star Wars Revenge of the Sith for
Of course.
no reason, which were like pretty cool and fun. Not Clone Wars, that sucked. But yeah, he would buy like Tao Feng and stuff like that, and just like as a kid, I would play it. I'd be like whatever, you know. He'd buy Fusion Frenzy, which was like super irrelevant and niche, but like I had them for some reason. He would just buy them, and he kept buying games. And I was like, when you said Tao Feng, I was like, it like almost clicked. I had to look it up real quick. I was like, oh yeah, I remember playing this game.
You're like boom.
I didn't really like it, but
An
I didn't know what the fuck I was
epiphany.
doing.
No, yeah, and then playing it now, it really wants to be Mortal Kombat. And that so we were talking before, right? At least when we were doing the what's we call it? The tier list. And I was talking about John Tobias and how he left and he did his own
Yeah.
shit. That's Tao Feng. That's what he
No
went and
way.
made. Yeah. Yeah, he went off and made Tao Feng.
Of course, bro. Of fucking course he did.
he thought it was the shit.
He's like, this is
bro.
my formula. Mine.
And then like it reeks of like Mortal Kombat, like hard, and it sucks because like none of the characters are cool or memorable
Iconic or
like
anything.
Scorpion. Yeah, none of them, and they all have generic ass names. Like it's just bro.
Also,
Like
what
why?
kind of like I don't know. There's something unappealing about a game named Tao Feng that's not like an adventure action, like RPG almost,
Right.
and it's like a fighting game. Like I don't know. To me, it's just like a little unappealing,
And then the art
especially with a
piece,
cover like that.
yeah, the fucking cover art was just a guy staring
Yeah,
at you.
it just not mixing well. Tobias, you suck. Sorry,
You're a hack.
you're a hack.
I've got nothing left except Spider-Man.
Otto, put me down, Otto. You're a hack.
But I can't believe he said that in that order.
I love the YouTube poop of that scene. Wow, designers John Tobias, 2003.
So he might not have been the director then. He might have just been the designer on it then.
Either way,
Yeah, no, the fucking the designs in the game are pretty dog shit, in my opinion.
yeah.
And it's crazy because like you think about the stuff that he did for Mortal Kombat, and he's like he was the one who was knowledgeable on rope darts and like all that shit. He was the one that knew all of that and brought it to Ed and told him about like, oh yeah, we should have a ninja that uses rope darts and like does this and all that shit. He's the one that did that. And then you go to tell Fang and you're like, this is gross. Or like a lot of the also a lot of the lore and stuff for the early Mortal Kombat, that's him. And that game
Oh,
had none of that.
John Tobias, how could you?
Maybe he just had a lot of editors. He would like just spew nonsense and then like they'd be like, okay, we can work this into something. We can do something with this. Keep him talking. Keep him. I don't care how crazy it is. Keep him talking. We'll edit it together. It'll be fine. You know what else came out around that year though?
What?
Dead or Alive 2.
Dead or Alive 2?
Ultimate. Now let me tell you why Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate is the GOAT. Right.
All right, talk
You
to me.
may-
Talk to me.
You may not know this, but Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate is the updated version of Dead or Alive 2, right? It's
Yeah.
pretty explainable, pretty self-explanatory.
Of course.
It came out after Dead or Alive 3, right? So, when all the characters that were added in Dead or Alive 3, if you had a save file from Dead or Alive 3, you could pop in Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, get all the characters the characters that were added in the OA3,
That's super cool.
and you could fight them. You could have them fight Dead or Alive 2 characters. The only downside, I guess, is that like they didn't have any like air throws or stuff. So like in Dead or Alive 3 is when it started. That's when Tina was able to do her like air grab.
Yeah.
That's the first game that's had that. Bass had it. Like I think Bayman. No, I don't think Bayman's ever really
not
had a
Bayman.
fucking air throw.
No.
Damn, imagine. Well, he does. He does in 5. He does in 5. And so does Leon. Leon also has one. But yeah,
Are they
stuff
both
like
in
that.
5?
Yeah, Leon and Bayman are both in 5.
Are you sure?
And
I
5
gotta check that
Ultimate.
out later, but go ahead. Go
Yeah,
on.
no, they're both in 5. The stages, mwah, amazing, awesome. They're just so good. The dragon temple stage, amazing. Being able to like take 80% of someone's health by doing an Azuna drop through the roof, amazing. Fucking god tier. Yeah, all the stages were great.
Yeah, no, I for a fact own this also because of my dad.
Right.
I think also Andy. I think Andy was a huge Dead or Alive fan at the
That's so
time.
weird. That's so weird hearing you say that.
Yeah, I know. I know it's weird because I think she stopped at 4. When 5 came out, she didn't even know about it until I told her, and she was like super hyped, and she got it for like no reason and like never touched it. I don't even know if she thinks she knows that 6 came out. But yeah, 2 was, I mean, I didn't know at the time and I didn't know now cuz I haven't gone back to it. But 2 definitely was like my first introduction to a Dead or Alive series, and it was like super fun playing against my dad and like Andy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And 2 Ultimate, was that the one with Aerosmith?
I believe they all have Aerosmith, but yes.
No, but it was like specifically Dream On.
Fuck. Is it? I think it might be.
Because, at the time it was normal just hearing like, I guess, rock music.
Yeah.
And like in a game, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm just like, how the fuck did that happen? Why?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you how it happened. What's his name? Tobunobu Itagaki. He loved Aerosmith, I guess. It's so weird. He's such a wonky dude. Considered by most to be the Tommy Wiseau of video games. By most, I don't know. I personally don't think so. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. He
He
loved
just
Aerosmith.
he j- he looks like the guy who likes Aerosmith, you know? Especially like when you see his games and stuff and how they like are kind of like fan servicey, and then you see like the badassness of like fucking um
Don't
like
say
Ninja
it.
Gaiden series.
Ah! Okay, yeah.
You know, like it's not like that's what it exudes, not what it is, you know.
Yeah.
And then you look at him and you're like, yeah, you can really connect the pieces. He looks like Tommy
He
Wiseau.
looks like Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, dude.
He's it's something. It's
Yeah, if I was Harada, I wouldn't want to touch him either.
Are you saying that because Harada has said like he doesn't want to do like a
Yeah.
crossover?
Yeah.
It's funny because like when he said that, that was during Tekken 7. This motherfucker wasn't even attached to Dead or Alive anymore. He got kicked out. He got kicked out right after 5. Right after the release of 5, that's when they let him go.
Thank God. No, I'm
Because
kidding.
well, you say that, but look at 6, bro. Look, I
I
would have taken
know, I
another. I would
know.
have taken another 5. Yeah. So basically, if the pieces are correct and they all fit, the reason they kicked him out was because he started talking shit about the contract like they were under, and that he didn't get paid, and he made a big deal of it. And then they were like, all right, we gotta let this guy go. He's gonna be like, you're tearing me apart, Lisa. um, and so that's why they kind of had to cut him loose. And also, for a long time, I don't know if maybe you probably picked up on it, but Dead or Alive was only on Xbox.
Yeah.
He was the reason for that. Also, he said,
Would you rather have it like stay on Xbox?
I mean, like, because Dead or Alive 1 and 2 came out on PlayStation. Like, Dead or Alive 1 was on the PS1, and Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore was on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And that was it. No DOA 3, no DOA 4. Then DOA 5, it went multi-platform again, right?
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I wouldn't change it. I think it's fine how it is. Like, I've seen the PS2 try to run like things that were mainly Xbox exclusives and then moved over because of like how well it was selling.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell, I'm looking at you, and those games play like shit, or like not really play like shit, but they cut out a lot of content and they don't look as well, or look as good. So I wouldn't change a thing. I think they were pushing it with Dead or Alive 2, but at the same time, Dead or Alive 2, I believe, originally came out for the Dreamcast, which was not as powerful as the PS2. So, I'm fine with it coming out on the PS2. But yeah, if the fucking PS2 or PS3 tried to run 3 or 4 respectively, I don't know how that would have gone. I think it's fine.
I think it would have been fine.
You think it would have been fine? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you not have confidence?
Well, I mean, I've seen Tekken 5. Like, not to say Tekken 5 is ugly or like, it doesn't look as good. Well, no, it definitely doesn't look as good as fucking Dead or Alive 3. It really doesn't. Not even Ultimate. 2 Ultimate. I think those games by far look better than Tekken ever did on the PS2. But like, I don't know, that they weren't going for that style either way on Tekken. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, okay.
Tekken was going for
Maybe
something.
maybe I'm just holding up to a high standard.
It's because you played 7.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Also,
Not yet.
I could not imagine any of the Dead or Alive games on the Dreamcast. That's just like the ugliest thing I've ever heard.
Nah, it looks great. What do you mean? It's remember, bro, that the Dreamcast was the closest thing we had to looking arcade perfect.
I don't care about that, bro.
I'm just saying. It was like it was really good at doing like almost arcade perfect ports. That's why you had things like Spawn Armageddon, uh, Cannon Spike, House of the Dead, uh, Soul Calibur.
Okay, fine. Like at the time, cool.
But now you're thinking about it and you think it looks
Now,
worse.
now I think about it, I'm just like, I don't know. That sounds really funky, really wonky.
I don't know, I thought it looked fine.
I bet I want to search it up.
You bet
Dreamcast
what?
sales on Dead or Alive.
On Dead or Alive.
Dread or Alive. I didn't put no R. Dead or Alive 2. It's really, really good. And I really enjoyed the characters. Ultimate, specifically.
Oh my god. Dead or Alive. I can't believe Dead or Alive 3 is the first game with Hayate. Like Ein existed before Hayate, which I
And
think
God
is
bless
crazy.
for that.
I think that's weird.
He should have never joined.
They expected you to know, or like not expected you, but they like I don't know. They show off Hayate at the end of his ending, and they're like, "Yep, that's a character."
That
and
exists.
and he's not gonna be a character until DOA 3, I think, if not 4. It might have
For
been
some
4.
reason. And he's like, would you say he's popular? Like,
Hayate?
yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I think the ninjas are the most popular characters.
It's always fucking ninjas, dude.
Always.
It's always ninjas, dude.
Unless it's Tekken, in which case nobody gives a shit about
You're right.
nobody
You're
gives
right.
a shit about Raven.
I'm sorry, Raven. It's cause you're yeah.
Cause you're lame, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I
You're
was gonna say.
you're a Blade ripoff.
You're a Blade ripoff, yeah. Yeah, I was watching Blade and just looking at like Wesley Snipes as Blade, I was like, dude, that's straight up just Master Raven.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Master Raven, Raven.
Yeah, Raven. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like very similar, like the shades, his weapons, his gear, how it looks on him. Just give him that trench
Especially-
coat.
yeah. I was gonna say, especially without the trench coat, they're the same person. The way they talk also
Yeah, exactly.
very similar. Yeah, I mean, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was like the main inspiration. I don't know if they said it before,
Yeah, I think they did.
but I don't know, man. It's cause he doesn't have like Hayate doesn't really have a mask either.
He does in some costumes.
No, that's like costumes. I mean like base.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Sorry, Blade. Sorry, Tekken. You ain't cool. You ain't ninja cool. You ain't Mortal Kombat ninja cool. Sorry.
Hayabusa exists. Okay, Ryu Hayabusa. Put some respect on his name.
He's cool in his franchise, not in Dead or Alive. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Is Hayate cool in the Ninja Gaiden series?
No, actually, no.
You're right, because he doesn't
He's
even
annoying.
actually show up. He doesn't even actually show up.
Yeah, like what? Doesn't he show up like once?
I
Maybe like
I-
twice.
I think no, like he is only mentioned by name, and like the reason they mention him is because the fucking dragon sword breaks, I believe, like the actual Hayabusa sword, it breaks, and so I believe Momoji or Momiji. I think it's Momiji, right? She comes in and she's like, "Oh yeah, Hayate heard about everything or whatever. Here is Hayate's sword. You can use his sword. He said
And
it
that's
would
it.
do you better than him." And
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
he gets name dropped, and that's it.
"That's it."
Are you sure? Then
Yeah.
I might be thinking of Ayane.
Ayane shows up a couple times.
Yeah,
She shows up in the first game for sure. And then in the second game, she's a playable character, but she's not in the story. And then I think she's a playable character and she's relevant to the story in 3.
now look at her go. Suck it, Hayate.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't really like Hayate all that much.
No, it's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to. He's there.
No, I'm just saying it because you're a fiance, and I have this burned into my memory. She loves Hayate. She's like, Hayate's great. Fuck Hayabusa. And I was like, what the fuck?
What she know about Jan Lee, okay?
Bro,
What she know
she
about
said
Zack?
she looked at me. She didn't look at me in my eye sockets, but I felt it. I felt she was looking me in my eye sockets, and she said, "Ryu Hayabusa is a one-trick pony," and I was like, "Oh,
Play his games.
It's
You
like,
play his
what
games
the-
right now.
huh?
You play his games right now. You see his struggle, okay?
But I guess because she's only going off of DOA, right? And she's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, no.
I don't even know if she knew
one-trick-
that like Ninja Gaiden is a thing.
I don't know, maybe not.
Cause
But-
I remember when I went back to it, and I was going through the costumes. It was of course, like he's like in his base black with the metal headband,
Yeah.
you know, and
Silver design.
and then his costume popped up for the Ninja Gaiden, like the '90s Game
Yeah.
Boy one,
Yeah.
or the Sega ones, the blue ninja suit.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, "Oh yeah," because I had forgotten about it. And I was like, I remember that. That was cool that they added that, like from his old games." And she's like, "What do you mean his old games?" And I was like, "Yeah, like the old games in the '90s." And she's like, "In the '90s, does he have a game now?" And I was like, "Yes, Ninja Gaiden, his game." And she did not know at all. And I was like, "There's no way. There's no
Yeah.
fucking way." So I had to show her Ninja Gaiden, from the fucking '90s from the Sega, and show her the like play this one all the way to like the 3D era, like the 2000s.
Yeah.
And she looked at it. She looked at me, and she was like, I'm staying on Dead or Alive," and hating on him. She did not want to
God-
play it. She did not want
God
to play it.
damn.
We
I
should
also-
we should record that. we should record the Ninja Gaiden, the original.
I'm not playing that shit. you could play that. I'm not playing that.
Oh my god.
Because you're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna do a Ninja Gaiden retrospective, right? You're gonna have me trudge through like what 2 or 3 dog shit. Like I'm maybe not dog shit, but like just overly difficult NES era games, right? And so I can get to like the good bit where it's like Ninja Gaiden Black or Sigma, depending, and then Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, which is also great. And then to go back into dog shit with Ninja Gaiden 3.
Yes, exactly. That's why. Because I know
Fuck
you're playing
no.
them.
No, I fucking hate Ninja Gaiden 3. It's fucking bullshit. I'm playing on normal and it feels like I'm playing on fucking hard, dude. Like it sucks. Like they just throw like at some point they start throwing these like sorcerer characters at you. And then they block you in a room with like 3 of them. And they're like, all right, figure it out. And they block all your shit. And like you can't really break through their defenses. I'm trying so hard. And then eventually I just went sweat mode, and then like I did it right, but I'm like I had to use my brain. I don't want to fucking have to like actually think about when I'm fighting these things, man. That's not what this type of game is. Come on. I'm trying to style. I can't style. The game don't let me.
Can't side with sorcerers. Sorry.
For a fact, bro.
Wizards over ninja any day, bro.
Any day.
Any day.
Nah, not Naruto. Nah. Remember,
Naruto filler. He couldn't even fight a pirate.
never forgetty that Naruto originally was supposed to be an anime about sorcerers or wizards.
And now look at
And
Boruto.
now look at Boruto and the time skip. And everybody's
Two
losing their
vortex-
shit. Everyone is losing their shit about it. How do you feel about that?
Gross.
Okay, thanks. Me too.
I could really give less a shit about the story right now.
Bro, just fucking Naruto Boruto stands, like, for real. They're like, it's the
I really enjoy. From the only thing I liked about Boruto is the fact that it's leading up to the beginning of the chapter. How it's like him already fighting Kawaki on top of the fucking monument.
Oh yeah.
So I'm interested to see how it's going. But right now, I'm reading it. I don't give a shit. I'm just like, this sucks.
People are like, I don't know why. I don't understand what it is with, like, specifically Naruto and Dragon Ball fans. Right? And I think we've had this conversation before. We've had it many a time. But I don't understand what it is with their obsession of, like, comparing their shit to, like, One Piece. Or, like, they're like, oh, One Piece is dog shit, bro. They'll never have this shit, or they will never. It's like, I mean, I've been going off of my shit where, like, I'm a firm One Piece defender. I'm a firm just One Piece dick in my ass, right? I'm riding that shit hard because, like, I don't understand why people fucking hate One Piece. I don't get it. I really don't understand.
You're the like you're like, oh my god, really annoyed by that, right? With the defending One Piece.
Attacking One
And
Piece.
and I'm like kind of casual about it. I'm like, I don't understand it, but you know, people do them. I'm not gonna defend One Piece. Like they are losing it. You know, they're losing out on genuine media. You know,
Right.
the thing I hate is every time someone brings up Dragon Ball or One Piece or even Naruto, Bleach is doing its own thing. Congratulations. They never acknowledge Toriko. Never.
Never.
Not
I'm
a
sorry,
single
bro,
time.
but Leg
One
Knife.
of the best mangas I've ever read. No one cares.
Nobody cares about Leg Knife. And
This is fucking peak, bro. It's so good. It's so good. The virgin One Piece defender, the Chad
the Chad Toriko
acknowledger. Come on, man.
acknowledger. Fuck, you're right though. I gotta get on Toriko.
Like,
I only know Toriko because of the jump games and because of the fucking
It's
crossover.
It's so good, dude. Like honestly, the fights, the story, the abilities, fucking
the
beautiful.
food.
Phenomenal. Okay. They don't need no ninjas.
No
Okay?
ninjas.
No pirates. No
Okay.
soul reapers.
Okay. You're
What they
cooking.
need is some food. That's it. That's all you
Alright,
need.
bro. I got you. I'm gonna go watch Food Wars.
There's this TikToker who's like I forgot his name, but Angel sends it to me all the time. It's like, were you there when Shanks gave Luffy the straw hat? He's like, yeah, I was there, right there. And he edits like a photo of him in there. And one of them was were you there when Dragon Ball and One Piece had the crossover? And he's like, yep, I was there when Luffy met Goku. And like Toriko's there to the side, like they're all like doing their high five and shit, right?
Did he?
And
put
I'm just
himself in
like,
front of Toriko.
Toriko's right there. Toriko's right there. He didn't mention him. And everyone in the comments like, oh yeah, damn, he was there when Luffy and fucking Goku met. Cool, yeah, that's so awesome. I'm just like, Toriko was there. Fucking Toriko's right there, bro. Acknowledge him. No one cares.
Nobody cared who I was till I put it.
I swear, one of these days, man. One of these days, people will acknowledge
You think
Toriko.
it's
They're gonna have like a
similar, like a similar thing with Gintama? Like nobody actually acknowledges it.
maybe it's the same thing because Gintama. I mean, I haven't read all of it,
Nah, I haven't even
but I
seen
read
all of
some of
it.
it. I've seen some episodes, the fights and everything. Like the anime really like I want to say like messed it up.
Oh really?
I want to say personally, I think it messed up its reputation because it's like it's actually pretty fucking good with like everything. Like it's like serious tone,
Uh-huh.
but I don't ever hear like anyone talk about that. Everyone's like, "Oh, Gintama's like so funny and like silly." Like yeah, it is for like an extent.
Oh, so you mean like the anime like took out all of the seriousness?
Yeah, because it's like mainly like not
The
mainly,
gags?
but it's like filler.
Oh, what the fuck? That's weird. Uh I mean I know we told you also, but like Ali and I are going through the I'm starting her jump like uh I guess what you call it, like a journey, right? Like we're going through jump anime. Not that she's never seen any, right? Because obviously like My Hero and um Promise Neverland, stuff like that, right? She's seen. But like she's never seen it. She had never seen an episode of Dragon Ball up until this point. And I don't know, I was under the impression that she just did not care for it or didn't. No, I did know for sure that she didn't give a shit about it. Like she was like, "Oh no, it's like it's just, like why would I care? Like it's just people fighting, like it's just whatever." And I'm like, "You like My Hero?" And I was like, I remember we went to go see I guess the most recent film, right? My Hero. And we're watching it and I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, you would like Dragon Ball. Like you would like Dragon Ball, I swear. I promise. I promise. Just watch a little bit. You just gotta watch like we'll watch the first couple of episodes, and if you don't like it, then we won't keep watching it. Right? Like I just need you to give it a try. She's like, okay. So we give it a try, and then like we went off, and we're like, okay, yeah, we're already, I say already, we've been like on and off because like we're watching a bunch of different shit at the moment. So we're like up to episode 50 already of Dragon Ball, which I'm like, hell yeah, we're a quarter of the way through. Not a quarter, a third.
How long was Dragon Ball again? It
153.
wasn't.
It's 153 episodes.
Then that's not that much actually.
Yeah, no, it's not that much. It's just that we're not watching it consistently. Like every now and then I'll put it on in the car and we'll just watch it while we're doing orders. Not that she's watching the bit.
Yeah,
no. But yeah, I just put it on and she'll like listen to it or whatever, and like, if we're parked, she'll watch. But right now she's like, yeah, I like it. Like it's good. It's not bad. I'm like, okay. And then like I remember before, like there would be like Dragon Ball Z like stuff, like when we would go to like Sun City Slice or whatever, and they always have Dragon Ball Z on there for whatever reason. And I'm like, hey, look, Dragon Ball. And then she's kind of like she'd be like, whatever, like, oh, I don't really care about that. Or like I would when Broly came out, right, the DBS Broly came out, I tried to watch it with her because she had seen I think Battle of Gods with me, and then she saw that and she's like, I don't give a fuck, like I don't care, this isn't something I want to watch. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, and I took it off and I put something else on. But like now that we've gone and like, I look, Dragon Ball, and then she's like, is that Z? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, we're not there yet, I don't want to watch that. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, that's how that feels. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, it's fine. And then like same thing, like because we're juggling One Piece, Dragon Ball, and then not anime but house. So we got a lot of stuff, and then I was like, she like said it also where she's like, oh, are you gonna put on Naruto? And I was like, I didn't think you would even say that. I was like, I mean, if you want to watch Naruto, I'm down. I haven't actually seen all of it. I've only ever really seen just Naruto. I've never actually watched all of Shippuden or even most of Shippuden. I'm like, I'm down. I'm down to do that. And then she's like,
do it.
yeah, I guess. But we'll wait till afterwards. I'm like, well, obviously, I don't want to like add more shit to watch when we're already like in between a bunch of shit. And she's like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I really want to watch Bleach with you. And then she's like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm like, oh, sick, let's go, let's go.
And as opposed to Gintama, which doesn't have a lot of filler.
Bleach,
Bleach
and Naruto.
Naruto, like, okay, yeah.
A whole fucking season of it.
Yeah, no, like Bleach legit got a whole arc and maybe another half a season of just straight filler. and it's so funny for Bleach to like do that. Because like in the anime, those characters kind of stick around.
Right? Yeah.
The filler characters, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, okay. I mean, at least they did it in a way that they stick around, I guess. Like, that's kind of cool. But, like, at the same time, you're just kind of like, what? Huh? I don't know. That's just me. Oh. We were watching Yu Yu Hakusho, and then we kind of dropped off. Not because we didn't like it or anything. We just, like, kind of, we ended up watching Dragon Ball and a bunch of other stuff. And we were just kind of like, all right, I guess that's going in a back burner again. It sucks because it's a good ass anime. Like, it really is. But I just like, I don't know.
I wanna like read Yu Yu Hakusho because like I hear it's like pretty renowned, made by
Yeah.
Togashi and everyone, like Hunter x Hunter and shit. And
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
so like I was saying for Yu Yu Hakusho, like I don't know, there's something about like Toguro that like interests me when I see him like in games and stuff. And
Yeah.
like how like Yusuke and him like have a fight. Obviously like Yusuke wins and shit,
Yeah.
I'm just like how does that happen? And to have like an original Sasuke. Yeah, because everyone's always like, oh well, Sasuke is like the fucking the blueprint. But Sasuke was just like,
Nah, bro,
how do you pronounce him? Hiei?
Yeah, he
Like Hiei's the blueprint. He's the
yeah,
one.
he's the one.
He's the original emo.
Gotta love
It's like,
Hiei, bro.
it's
He's
great.
so
I want to
fucking
see
cool.
it. I want to read it, and it's like I didn't even know it was like Togashi. So that was like really cool when I found that out. I was like, I really want to like read it and stuff.
Do it. Do
I
it,
will.
pussy.
Fuck you.
Oh, on the topic of anime and manga, right? I didn't realize that Berserk had gotten updated. Like recently. And I was like, I was caught up, quote unquote, right? And then I go and I look, I'm like, let me just refresh myself just in case like I forgot anything, because it's like still kind of hazy to me. Like the events that are happening are like they're happening so fast that I'm just kind of like, oh, wait, what's going on again? So then I went back and I read, and then I saw that it's Guts confronting his inner wolf thing, his manifestation of his psyche,
farmer, basically.
yeah. And I was like, wait, when the fuck did this happen? And so then I went back up, and then it's Guts like going through the thing with Griffith again in his head, and I'm like, wait. So I went all the way up, I read the chapter, and then like it ends with them getting spoiler alert, right? Whatever. They're getting boarded by like the fucking Kishins, I think. Kushins, sorry, not the Kishins, the Kushins.
Yeah.
they're getting fucking boarded by them on the boat. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's going on? I don't remember any of this. Then that's where I left off, and I'm like, okay, at least I went back and read it. And the only reason I went and did that was because I also got an update for Chino Wadachi.
Oh shit.
That shit, like, he's free. He's free. My boy's free. She's dead. His mom's finally dead.
About time.
About
Goddamn.
time.
How long did that take?
50
Too long.
50 chapters. No, sorry. No, like 60, 80 chapters. I don't know how many chapters it's been. It's been a lot. But yeah, now she and now, well, in typical Shizo Oshimi fashion, or Shuzo Oshimi fashion, it's like kind of really ambiguous as to where it's gonna go. It's going into that like really surreal, like delving into the character's mind, type of thing where that they always do.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the fuck this story is going from here. Like, he's free. He's got nothing to do anymore. He wanted to, jump off a mountain in Minecraft, but in real life. So I don't know where it's going. I have no idea. And then well, stuff's anime's crazy. Anime's great. Manga's great. But what do you feel about IRL? What do you like? And by that I mean conventions. I know that, like, you asked me, but I didn't really ask you.
Conventions
Yeah.
are how should I put it? From what I see and hear, it probably is a good time. Pokefest for sure, like the one we have here for our fest and stuff. I hate it. I fucking hate it. And then you have like the whole like fest thing with like Adriana Chechik and like how she broke her back and stuff because of that stupid thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
How like they had like the ball pit.
Yeah.
And you have stuff like that where I'm just like, how? Like, how do you just allow that to happen? Like, and then the smell. Don't get me started on the smell.
Right. That was a thing, right? Recently.
Yeah.
The other, like, that's on the same coin of that is like just the amount of fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of fucking people recently at conventions. It used to be like, it was a lot of people, especially like Comic Cons and like the bigger ones, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, of course, there was always gonna be a lot of people, but like, recently, even for like smaller conventions, smaller things, there's just like so many fucking people, dude.
And
And
I would totally love to go for like the panels and stuff like that, and for
Yeah.
the people who are going. Like, even I've been wanting to go to this fucking Comic Con for like ever, because
Yeah.
like Jason Mewes came down here, or Pr0n came down here, fucking Gustavo Fring
himself.
himself,
Not even
dude.
Giancarlo Esposito, just because Gus
He
Fring.
was here.
Half a face missing.
he was here, and I really wanted to go, but like, one, I didn't have the time, and two, when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I could get a free ticket from Kaboom or something, like if I really wanted to, and I really tried. But yeah, just the sheer amount of people, at least for here, I could imagine like San Diego Comic Con,
Yeah.
like fucking multiplied by fucking 100, basically. I don't know how I would feel about that, and all the shit that goes down with like people. I honestly don't know how I'd feel. Cause to be fair, I'm not as big on like a convention as I would to maybe like a concert or a festival or something.
Yeah. Is it also kind of like how I was talking about earlier with concerts? Like, it's just the people, like the amount of people.
But that's why like I would definitely try it again, because like I've gotten over it.
Okay.
So I want to try it out. But as for now, the time being, it's just not really like a big thing for me. I would totally go if I had the chance.
Okay, I see. Well, sorry, not all of us can get over it. No,
Well, next time try.
try, pussy, do it. You won't.
Catch us next time. Anita Jerks. We're gonna be at we're gonna be at, we're gonna have our own
Fuck, I
panel.
wish. Fuck, I wish, dude. I fucking wish. Not really. I hate
I
talking in
wonder
front
how
of
it'd
people.
be to like be on the other side, not be a fan to actually have that.
I don't know. I guess it just depends on what type of panel you're holding. I guess. Like, or I don't know. Is there types of panels? That's the thing. I don't even know.
One day.
One day, we'll be there, and I will hate it. I'll hate every single second of having to be up there and talking. Not necessarily
But-
the experience or like the having to be around people, but like I suck in public speaking or like talking to people in public. Like I hate it. Sorry.
and thank God for me, if I were to ever to go like a convention like that kind of big, to be like cautious and stuff because like of everything that happens, everything that goes down with like the Smash players also. Just in general like that, you know.
You mean PDFs? PDFs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just crazy too. But like, that's like a totally different thing. Like, not like totally different, but like, I don't know. That's like just a. It's crazy how much of it has like popped up recently. I guess that's what.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, it's just like. I mean, it probably happened before. Like, it probably was a thing that happened. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, but like, I don't know. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. That sounds wrong. That sounds bad. But like, yeah, like it wasn't like something that people knew about. I guess like it was just like things that happened, and it's like crazy that you know it feels like it's happening a lot more now, or maybe
Yeah.
just like being more maybe not happening more, but just
Because at least
people
for me, like it
coming
would
out about
suck
it.
if I went to like something like that and like something like that would happen. I'd just be like, oh my god. like 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 me personally, I wouldn't know how to feel because I wouldn't be able to do anything or something like that, you know?
Like about it.
Yeah.
I guess so. No, yeah. See, that's the thing too, right? It's like, I guess back then people didn't have a way to like say, or even now, like people are, like understandably, it's something that like people may not want to talk about, or like even if they were victims or whatever.
Conventions.
Just starts looking up the statistics of how often it happens.
Oh, what convention do you want to go to?
I don't know anything that's coming up. I mean, like there's
No,
probably
like in general, like one you've heard of, like any con or.
I would like to go. Well, we talked about this earlier, right? But I would like to go to Evo. I think I would still, even with all the bullshit that happened and whatever. I think I would still like to go to Evo
Just to experience it once.
just to go once. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely
Maybe
feel the
drown
same
in
about like
pools.
Comic Con. Comic Con's one I've always wanted to go.
Yeah,
And like the
Comic-Con
big
was-
one. Not this South Texas.
What's the other one? Combo Breaker, but that's more like a fighting game thing anyway. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think Combo Breaker and
What about RCD World?
They have a
their
convention?
convention.
I didn't know they had a convention.
Yeah, it's based here in Texas.
What the fuck? No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I guess so. I mean, like, I'm not a big fan of theirs. Like, I don't like. I think you know them a little bit more than I do. But sure. I mean, I wouldn't say no.
DreamCon.
Like,
That's
I
what it's
wouldn't.
called. DreamCon.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's where the Mandy is that shorts YouTuber I was telling you about, that he does like a lot of anime content, or like just
Uh-huh.
animation content in general. Like he like talks about like, well, who had it worst? you know, this character, or like, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he went to DreamCon recently.
Yeah, that's our CD round.
Didn't
They did it. It's in Austin.
didn't DreamCon also though have like a bunch of people and like shit going on, or was it? Or
Probably.
it probably. I don't know. Especially this year for conventions, it seems like it's because it's the first year, right? It's the first year back. It's the first year where like a lot of places are doing
Actually being
physical.
open.
Yeah, people forgot how to
God
act,
damn
bro. I swear to
COVID.
God. I swear to God, people just forgot how to act. Watch me be. Watch me
Thanks a
be at
lot.
the.
Government. It was the government's doing, I swear. I
You
swear.
swear. I swear.
Catch us next time on conspiracies.
And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know if there was anything you wanted to talk about. I know that I've been doing a lot of the topic bringing up necessarily, but like, I don't know if you wanted to talk about
You're bringing
something
up
on
the
your
good
list.
topics though.
Okay, fair. But did you have a topic you wanted to bring up also? Because I know we both made lists.
No. I think we already talked about a good amount of
Oh,
the
okay.
list.
Well, the last thing on my list was just SNK is killing it recently, and
Oh
this
yeah.
has to do, with uh the last time we were talking, we were also bringing up Evo and like
Mm-hmm.
the trailers and all that, and SNK hadn't had, you know, their time to shine at that point. You know, they had not announced anything. They were just kind of there. Um, so two things. One I forgot about. Like I completely forgot about. Actually, I guess both of them. Like I was still like in my head, right? I'm still like, well, yeah, Garo Mark of the Wolves 2 is still happening. They announced that a while back, like maybe a year ago. Or no, like last year in December ish, I think is when it was announced. Um, or maybe even before that. But anyway, so Garo 2 was announced, and that's crazy. And we were all still wondering, is it gonna be sprites or this new 3D like cell shaded thing that they're doing?
Yeah, for like, because the King of Fighters also did that, right?
Yeah, and Sam Show, and yeah, the
Cough.
cough. But yeah, Sam Show has also been doing it. So I was like,
Did they?
I don't. Yeah,
Oh yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
yeah. Sam. I still don't know which one did it better. I think maybe KOF 15 did it a little bit better. But they're both good, right? And so I was like, I don't know what it's gonna look like. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And I thought we were gonna have to wait a lot longer. And then boom,
Boom. It
Evo
came out.
happened, and then they dropped it literally the day after we did the podcast and uploaded it. That's when they revealed everything. And they didn't reveal any gameplay, but they did show off Terry and Rock, I believe. Obviously, they were going to show off both of
They
them.
have to. For
And
Garo at least, yeah.
yeah, and so I was like, okay, cool, right? Um, we finally see it, and yeah, it's that cell shaded 3D thing.
So that's
I'm
gonna
okay.
be the staple.
I think that's gonna be their new go to. Which
Cell
like
shaded.
I mean, you know, Street Fighter 4 did it. They can do it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it's ugly or anything. Um, but it's cool that they did like confirm a lot of characters already off the bat. I hope that characters from like Wild Ambition, and really there's like maybe only like two characters that were in Wild Ambition, but I hope characters from or like new characters from Wild Ambition show up. You know, like I forget her name, but she had a like a wrestling style, and
I would not be able to tell you.
um and like stuff from Wild Ambition is also pretty sick. Like I got to play it, or I started playing it, and like just the combat in that game is pretty, like it's different. It kind of goes for like a virtual fighter, like not a no, actually, yeah, it's like a 3-button thing. Like it's like you got your punch, your kick, and then you got like a special, and then you have a dodge, right? And that's like it's a weird layout. But you have a launch, and then you have a thing where like if a character's on the ground, you can just press down forward and your special, I think, and you'll do like a ground attack, like you'll hit them an OTG basically. It's
And
like it's
was that not like a thing back then or what?
no, being able to hit, like especially
Hit people on the ground
yeah, being able to hit people on the ground is not really a thing that's like it's not a staple. Even now, it's still not really a thing. Like it's
for like Fatal
in
Fury or what?
yeah, or 2D fighters in
Yeah.
general. Like it would have to be that the move has that property to knock people off of the ground, but like
Mhm.
it's not just like a standard move that like just hits on the ground. Like that doesn't happen.
Like a low
Um,
or anything.
yeah, no, it's not really anything. Like unless it's only in 3D games that you can do that. In 2D games, and technically, uh, uh, Wild Ambition is a 3D game
Yeah.
because it does have a foreground background and all that. But I don't know. I just expected it to go like the Street Fighter Alpha, or sorry, not Alpha, EX route. No, but even EX let you hit people on the ground.
So it's just Wild Ambition or what?
Yeah, like I just thought it was like I wasn't expecting to be able to hit people on the ground, and that like you can only do it with that one move. Like you can't just like go and low attack and you hit them. No, like you have to
It's
walk
down
up to
forward
them,
special
down forward special, and then boom.
specifically.
Yeah, and it's like okay, that's cool. Um, but like yeah, I would like some of the characters from Wild Ambition. Um, I would not want anyone from well, maybe, I don't know, it just depends. Like from what is it? Final Bout, the Final Bout series. Uh I don't know if I would, cuz the only characters there were like the twins and maybe uh what's his name? What's their name? Who they her name. Thinking about Blue Mary. Because I don't think, no, actually Blue Mary was in Fatal Fury, like just regular Fatal Fury. I don't know. There's
It's
like
funny you said Final Bout, right?
yeah,
And I don't know why I thought of Dragon Ball.
fuck the fucking GT, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Um, but they're I'm like super excited to see what they're gonna do with this game, or who they're gonna bring in, and if I
Yeah, because
think
especially for like a Garo, and I mean, come on, Garo Mark of the Wolves
two.
two. That's a long fucking time. I mean, granted, they did have like, of course, their characters appear in like other games, but like
Yeah,
specifically like Garo
yeah,
specifically.
specifically Terry's story.
Yeah.
It's finally advancing. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, so yeah, Garo Tenshi, I think, or something. I forget the Japanese name, but yeah, amazing that it's coming back, and I believe it's not under the Garo, like it's not under Fatal Fury. It's something like something wolf or something wolves. Let me look it up. Garo 2. Okay, yeah, no, it's Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Fucking metal ass title. Fucking great ass title. Um, and then the other thing was like, again, this game is just kind of like I thought we were gonna have to wait longer to like hear anything about it, so I
Uh-huh.
kind of pushed it to the back of my head, and I was like, whatever. And then
It looks so cool.
the recent thing, this was a more recent announcement, which was King of Fighters 13 getting a re-release. And I was like, oh yeah, King of Fighters 13. That's right. That game was supposed to get a re-release. And I'm like, that's cool. Okay, I forget. I forgore. and then that came out, like the trailer for it. You know, they were talking about like, oh yeah,
What?
we're gonna have
How old is
rollback.
How old is 13
13
to get
came
a
out in
re-release?
2012.
And it's getting re-released?
Yeah. I think for two reasons. Because there technically isn't really a way to play it on modern consoles, like or
Oh,
modern even on PC, because it's on PS3 and only or PS3 and Xbox and only that, and then on PC, right? And then the PC version runs kind of wonky. Like you have to do a certain you have to go into the code of the game and actually like rewrite some stuff so that it can
what the
run like
fuck?
at a normal speed. Yeah, because for some
Hell
reason
no.
it runs like at double speed or like it runs like a point 0.5 speed or something. Like it's either slower or faster than the original, but you have to do something to the code to like make it run normal again. And so, you know,
There's no way. Okay. Okay, just re-release it at this
yeah,
point.
yeah, at this
Fuck
point,
that.
just it's so weird, bro. Like, I mean, it's cool that it's getting re-released and everything, but that shit's just weird. Where it's like, oh yeah, no, there's no like, oh, also you can play it on your phone. You can download the game right now on the Play Store still and play it on your phone.
Aren't like most
Yeah, most KOF games are
SNK
on mobile.
games?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'll never understand why. For
Um,
the money.
I think yeah, basically for the money. Like, it's so weird to me that I think if I'm correct, I could be wrong. It could be. I really very well could be wrong. But the phone has DLC that the actual game on PS3 and PC doesn't. Right? Like
It's always the phones, dude.
it's always the phones and Switch. Fuck
And the
fuck
Switch,
mobile
yeah.
game. Fuck having what you call it? Uh portable games that have more
It's
fucking
because they're lesser, so they
content.
need more.
Fuck you.
Need more. Come
They
on.
don't need shit. I need all the content.
I'll tell you what though.
Tell me
I
what?
gotta see Joe. I gotta see Joe, bro.
Joe Higashi?
Hell yeah.
I think he is. I think he is confirmed. Yeah, he
He
was
better be.
confirmed. He was confirmed. Him and Andy
He has
also.
to be. That's for sure.
You think so? I mean, he wasn't in Garo 1.
He's the best character ever. Come on.
Uh I really like his super. I already mentioned
Yeah.
Wild Ambition,
Yeah, you
right?
did.
But I really love his super in Wild Ambition. It's fucking awesome. If I remember right, I haven't played it in a little bit, but if I remember correctly, he does the hurricane, right? The obviously the hurricane upper, and then he like you get like launched out of it, and he keeps punching you into it or something like that. It's crazy. It looks good. It looks amazing.
He's just so cool, bro.
His voice is kind of annoying.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
said that
shit.
before. You've said that before.
Him, it's like him, Batsu, uh, the other K4 or what was it, K49. Like all of those characters, they have that like high pitch like yasha. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm just like shut up. It's
Adon.
not it's not as bad as Adon. I was about to say, I was like, it's not as bad as Adon.
Okay, fine. Because I remember
Adon,
you giving Adon shit also.
yeah, no, Adon has like the worst, like is the worst offender of it. Like he's just the
Not
worst.
Adon. Yeah,
It's
you know what? You know what?
Jaguatu.
Who needs more
Jaguatu.
TIE fighters, you know? We already
No,
have
no, I'm
Sagat.
not
He's a
saying
badass.
no. No, I'm not saying that. I love Muay Thai.
No. I'm saying it, okay? For Street
Well,
Fighter, at least. All people need for Street Fighter is Sagat. For the SNK series,
all you need
I
is
mean,
Joe,
there's a
honestly.
shit ton of characters, dude. Throw in as many styles as you want that repeat. Fuck it.
Isn't Joe the only Muay Thai fighter though?
Yes.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Throw in more, please.
throw in more Muay
Yeah,
Thai fighters?
I would say, like, throw in more, right?
But then
But
we're gonna get a Tekken
my
situation.
bias of Joe. It's just like, like, no one can replace him.
Give me the Tekken situation in which
No, thank you.
it was like Bruce, and then he was replaced, and then the replacement was replaced, and then the replacement was replaced, also replaced, and now the neither of the replacements are there.
Yeah.
The replacements. Oh
No
fuck.
one cares about the last replacement.
Who, Josie or Fock?
Huh?
I'm like, who, Josie or Fock?
Josie.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I mean, I could do without Josie, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Fakumam, I was like, okay, that's cool. He looks cool. He's got the style and everything. Don't bring him back. And they're just
Everyone
like, oh,
likes
we're not gonna bring
Pr0n,
him back.
bro.
Yeah, but no, they're not bringing him back.
I know they're not.
You think the Cody Rhodes guy is gonna be the new Muay Thai guy?
Apparently that was fake. At least for that
Right,
part.
right. Apparently Harada said that,
Yeah.
right? He's like, yeah, no, this is old news. Yeah, but I'm just like he says that, right? And I'm like, wait, so then it was real at one point. If it's old news, right? Because he's like, oh, that's an old version. All of that stuff in the game now is new and has been updated and whatever. It's just like,
Well,
I
as
don't
for
know.
you and your discussion right now, I will be back. I'm gonna go open the door and we should end it soon. Or
Yeah.
I'll be back though.
Uh-huh. Get back. Okay.
I'm back. Did you do it? Did you discuss? Did you finish?
A little bit. I was just gonna ask you real quick. Do you think that the reason why he said that stuff's old news and like they're gonna, everything's different, whatever? You think that like that's literally like all of that was true, but because of what happened, their response was just, well, now we gotta change it. We can't
Yeah,
have
no, for
it be the
sure.
same thing.
Yeah.
So they're just like, okay, we're just like we're gonna see the updated
It looked
roster, right?
legit.
Yeah, and we're
And
gonna
so
see
far, like
the
all the characters they announced and everything, it looked legit.
yeah.
And then it did leak, so they probably had to do something about it.
And so
Knowing
now
Harada and stuff like that.
it's gonna be like they're gonna add like the first round of DLC or something. They're
Hmm.
just gonna like add it and be like, this was the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucking dumb.
Cover it up.
Yeah. There was one more thing. It's like I was talking about it right now, like with myself, and then I kind of like I think I forgot, but I think it has something to do with like the DLC, or like I don't know. I don't know. Probably wasn't important, but yeah. I guess mainly that is what I wanted to like kind of end it on. Oh, I didn't really want to. We got there because of talking about
Now for next time.
Garo 2. Um, what a great time to be a fighting game fan, honestly. Uh, not so much for everyone else. Apparently, also last thing, Yakuza, not great. If according to Twitter, according to X, the new Yakuza games are getting some flack. But
But that's a discussion for another
for
time.
another time. Shout outs to your mom.
Shout out to gaming studios for bringing out the best games or the worst games ever and just not touching it ever again.
Ever again. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna do some watching of Gamescom. Just watching the opening night. We might not watch the whole thing, like the whole like, because it's supposed to be going on for the rest of the week.
Mhm.
Also, or no, not the rest of the week, but a couple days. But like, I think we're just gonna watch opening night, and then like if anything pops up, like after opening night, we can talk about that like on a podcast or whatever, or like in a video. We could just like do that. But for sure, I I gotta wake up early. We gotta
For
be
sure. I gotta wake
schmoovin'.
up also.
And then we're gonna watch Gamescom, and that'd be great. That should be cool. There are gonna be announcements for Tekken and Mortal Kombat. So already
Nice.
I'm in. Already I'm ready.
We're gonna be in for sure.
Yes.
So until tomorrow, I
Until
guess we'll
then,
see you later.
let us. Do you wanna have a question for the poll? Do you just wanna
What?
the question for the poll? I don't know. We can go over it on our own, but like, yeah. Do you want me to do like a poll for the Spotify viewers? We can do one for YouTube as well, but I'm just saying for Spotify right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, I said yes.
Oh, I just heard. Oh, I was like, no. Okay. Well, we'll probably discuss that on our own. Thank you for watching. Do we do W? Should we do W already? Should we start? I think so, right?
No, next time.
Next time? Next time. Okay. Editor, cut that out. But yeah, this has been Convo Breaker,
Episode
Thank-
2.
episode 2. Thank you all for watching.
Hopefully the week after, maybe, because we might keep it bi-weekly.
Yeah, I think so for
It'll be
now.
episode 3.
I think so. Hopefully, same days, but we'll see.
Until
but
then,
yeah,
we'll see you
until then,
next
we'll
time.
see y'all later. Bye.